Carlo Ancelotti, the adaptable one who broke football. There has only ever been one manager in football history who can say he conquered all 5 of Europe's top leagues: Italy, England, France, Germany, and Spain. The complete set. Not only that, but he also holds the record for the most Champions League trophies of any manager in history, with 5. That man is Don Carlo Ancelotti. And yet, despite such an incredible record, whenever fans or pundits debate who belongs on the Mount Rushmore of managers, his name almost never comes up. Instead, we hear about Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, or Jurgen Klopp. Their names dominate the conversation, while Carlo's is often pushed aside. It almost sounds insane. How can a manager who has achieved so much, a man who has lifted nearly every possible trophy and broken records no one else has touched, be left out of the conversation? Why is he sometimes even criticized as a coach who doesn't do much of anything? The answer lies in perception. Because compared to others, despite his glittering success, Carlo Ancelotti has never really been praised for his tactics. He has never been defined by one signature philosophy or iconic way of playing football. While other managers are branded with a style, Carlo's legacy is different. Take Pep Guardiola, for example, complexity. Pep's teams demand exact profiles of players to execute his vision of possession football and positional play. Mourinho, the self-proclaimed special one, is famous for his intensity, his siege mentality, his ability to prepare his players for battle. Klopp, the so-called normal one, is defined by gegenpressing, his character, passionate, emotional, relentless. Each of these managers has an identity, a calling card, a tactical DNA. But what about Carlo Ancelotti? On the surface, he seems to have none. He doesn't have a famous philosophy. He doesn't have a branded system that pundits dissect endlessly. And to some, that absence makes him look ordinary. But maybe it's the opposite. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe his greatest strength is not being married to one rigid style. Maybe his philosophy is adaptability. If Pep is the philosopher, if Mourinho is the special one, if Klopp is the normal one, then Carlo is the adaptable one. Because what Ancelotti does better than anyone else is not about formations or chalkboards, it's about people. His brilliance studies each individual and asks, how do I make these players shine? It's often joked that Ancelotti wins not with tactics, but with love and friendship. And there's truth in that. Zlatan Ibrahimovic once summed it up perfectly. Mourinho knows how to treat a footballer. Ancelotti knows how to treat a person. That is a profound difference. Motivation alone doesn't. They fight for his respect, for his approval, and for his calm leadership. This approach might sound soft or even naive, but it comes from his own life. Ancelotti was not born into wealth or luxury. He grew up on farmland in Italy, where his father taught him lessons of patience and hard work. He once explained his philosophy in an interview. You plant today and harvest 1 year or 2 years later. This is my philosophy in football. You can't be anxious for the result. If you've done the proper things, it will come. This lesson has shaped his entire career. As a player, he wasn't a superstar. He wasn't the flashiest or the most famous. But he played his role, did what was needed, and helped one of the greatest AC Milan teams in history win 6 Serie A titles and 2 European Cups. He understood what it meant to sacrifice glory for the team. He understood that the system must bend to the player, not the other way around. And from then on, he built a managerial philosophy rooted in flexibility. At AC Milan, he transformed Andrea Pirlo by dropping him deeper, giving him freedom to dictate play. He broke away from rigid formations, used Rui Costa and Kaká closer to attack, and created what became known as the famous diamond midfield. The results spoke for themselves. Milan reached 3 Champions League finals in 5 years. If not for Liverpool's miracle in Istanbul, he would have had 3 European Cups in one spell at San Siro. He gave them responsibility. John Terry once recalled, "What I loved about disillusioned after Mourinho's reign. Pepe admitted the squad was hated. Carlo healed those wounds. He built bridges. He encouraged Toni Kroos to learn Spanish and bond with teammates. Slowly, Madrid's dressing room became united again. And united teams win. Ancelotti has always said, "There is no style for me. My style is to adapt. I don't want to remove anybody's creativity." That Modric and Kroos not just performing, but thriving together. And now, with Kylian Mbappe joining Real Madrid, the world waits to see what Carlo will do. If history tells us anything, it's that Ancelotti will build an environment where Mbappe becomes even more unstoppable. Motivational speeches have expiration dates. Systems grow old. Messages fade. But Ancelotti's human touch is timeless. His ability to adapt, to listen, to empower, and to connect with players is sustainable. It doesn't burn out. It endures. And that is why Don Carlo Ancelotti has broken. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a comment below. Tell me what moment, player, or decision you'd like to see next. Your ideas that define entire generations of fans. So let me know what story still sticks with you, the one you can't stop thinking about. In the next episode, we're diving into one of the most dramatic chapters in modern football, how Josep Maria Bartomeu's leadership decisions sent Barcelona spiraling into chaos. From bad transfers and financial collapse to the cracks that eventually pushed Messi out, we'll break down how a golden era fell apart and if Barca has ever truly recovered. Until next time, keep watching, keep debating, and most of all, keep thinking about football. Thanks for watching Thinking About Football. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment with your favorite Ancelotti moment, or the next manager you want us to cover. We read every one, and we've got plenty more football storytelling coming your way. See you in the next one.